Hello everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and this is the speed through of the live stream show from Art Joy of Sharing live stream channel on 3/7/19. Peg and I worked on Mardi Gras masks on this live stream, so I was showing you the one that I got at the dollar store for $1. It has a plastic form. It's got some stuff glued on it that just peels off pretty darn easy, so I'm not wasting any of that. I'll keep that silk flower and that trim for another project sometime. That trim makes really good texture if you glue it on a assemblage project and then put gesso over it. It makes a really cool texture. So I went ahead and saved that. So then after I peeled everything off the plastic, there was a lot of glue left on the form, and so I decided to put some heavy gesso over that glue just to give me a surface to work on. I should have put it over the back too, because the back is slick plastic. I knew that I was not going to leave it slick plastic. I had some self-adhesive felt from making banners for soccer teams a long time ago, and I had cut some bits to fit the back, because if it's just plastic like that and you wear it on your face, it's just going to make you sweat. So I had made a felt background. So then I thought I would put a layer on here of just some plain craft colored paper, which is from a lightweight sack, that you get stuff put in when you buy it. It was from a scrapbooking store. And I was playing with this the other day when I was making some backgrounds, and I still had a piece of it left. So I decided to just make kind of like a paper mache layer over it to give me a basis to begin with. This took longer than I thought. And I was talking about the mediums. I ended up, well, I wanted to use this glitter medium. And at the end, in the photographs you might be able to see the sparkly glitter, but it's a decoupage medium made by Deco Art that has very fine glitter in it. I looked on their shop and I don't think they make it anymore, but they have other ones like iridescent medium and different stuff in their premium line. And I know other companies make this glitter medium, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. If you want it, you'll find it. It just won't be this particular brand, Deco Art, because I think they discontinued it. But I just was using that plus some heavier gloss gel, to glue all that brown paper over. And then I was talking about this piece that I found in my stash, which is a metal flower, kind of inspired what I was going to do with my project, which is to kind of make a flowery looking petals. So I picked out a bunch of papers that kind of coordinated with each other, going from orange to green, which is kind of a weird combination, but I had some that had both orange and green. I had some that just had oranges. I had some that were darker and lighter. So I thought I'd have the lightest color in the center and then go to dark on the edges. And at first I was going to start in the center, and then I realized that I needed to start on the outer edges, because in order for these petals it's supposed to be flower petals, so the petals lapping over, if I'd started in the middle, then the subsequent ones that I was gluing on would be over the other ones and it wouldn't look right. So I needed to start on the outer edges. So I started with my darkish green blue, the darkest one I had, on the outer edges, and I'm, putting a couple on one side, putting a couple on the other side, trying to keep it balanced, cutting out petal shapes with rounded tips and pointy ends from these papers. And I'm cutting, in most cases, multiples at a time by folding the paper over and really being guided by what color the paper is, trying to kind of start with dark green, moving in an ombre effect to a lighter green, to kind of a orange and green, and then in the center orange and white by the end. So that's how I was working it. Just collaging this on, gluing it on, gluing down the papers. I did allow the papers to bump out over the edges because I thought that looked cool. And it actually sort of looks like feathers a little bit as well, but the intention was flower petals. That was the intention. Whether you think it looks like feathers or petals, it was supposed to be petals, inspired by this metal piece that I'm going to glue in the center of the forehead. So once I was finished with all this, I did try it on, and it looks pretty cool on my face, but I didn't take a picture of it because my hair is a rat nest, and I'm just not prepared to take photos today. But it does fit my face really well. The the felt is comfortable on my face. I lined it with felt and it's comfortable on my face. So I could wear it for Halloween or for Mardi Gras or something. Mardi Gras started last Tuesday with Fat Tuesday. It's a fascinating festival, and I think it would be really fun to go to New Orleans and attend the festival. I never have done that, but maybe one day I will. Um, the colors are, of course, gold and green and purple. Um, for the festival, that's the colors. It's colors of king cake. That's the colors of, whatever. And then they also have themes. This year, the theme is somebody looked it up. The theme is mythology, mythology of Louisiana or something. But it sounded like they're kind of going with the whole mythology of gods and goddesses, Greek mythology, that type of stuff, and then also wizards. And it appears that anything in mythology is welcome this year at the festival. I didn't have very much time to do research, so I didn't get much done because I haven't had much time to do much of anything. But I'm continuing to glue down my petals. I've almost made it to the center and, added the lightest colors in the center. I even have some that are almost white with just a little bit of orange on them. So then I used a hot glue gun to glue the metal piece to the center of the forehead. I have a punched out piece that goes in the center of the metal piece. That's another flower. Um, this is kind of where the show ended, but I did continue to film my finishing, which really wasn't that much more. It just was a few more little things. I filled in a couple more petals and got everything dry. I trimmed out the eye holes. I let the edges go in and get glued down into the eye holes, and then I had to take some small scissors and trim them out because obviously that would be stabbing you in the eyeballs. It wouldn't work. And I also wanted it not to have edges across the nose either. I thought that would look silly, so I trimmed that just across the nose part. Um, clear to the edge. Then to kind of stiffen up the petals that are overlapping the plastic form, I'm using some super heavy gesso around those on the backs, and then that also makes the whole back white. I thought that it's just kind of a finishing touch. I want them to be a little bit stiffer and not have so much of a tendency to fold over, and also just to kind of cover up the backs and make everything look more uniform. So I did that, and then I got some gesso on places that wasn't supposed to be there, so I had to take a moist paper towel and wipe it off. It's all sealed up with the glitter decoupage medium, so it came off quite easily. It wasn't very dry or anything. So then I got out some self-adhesive gems. I got out my black Posca pen and went around the eye holes, making the edge of the eye holes all the way around black and just darkening them up. They look better that way. Give them a little bit of a dark shadow. And I'm also using my paper towel to just kind of blend it in a little bit. Especially if I go over the edge, it's bumpy because some of the paper's there and it's different layers, and so I just thought it looked better to darken them up all the way around. The Posca pen is a acrylic paint pen, so it dries permanent there. Here's my self-adhesive pieces that I had cut before the show while I was in the green room. I'd cut these self-adhesive felt pieces, so I'm sticking those on to make it more comfortable and less sweaty. And it doesn't quite meet in the middle, which I knew it was not going to. So I cut a little kind of triangular piece to put down into the nose. And that crease that's left, was that necessary? Maybe not, because really it's only going to touch the outer edges of your nose, probably. But I just wanted to fill it all in with the felt to make it more comfortable. There I am trying it on. Take my glasses off, try it on, see what it feels like. So then comes the self-adhesive gems. I've got all kinds of different self-adhesive gems in this. I've been collecting them for a while, and when you do use them, you use one or two. You don't use a bunch, so you always have a lot left. So I just keep them in this Ziploc bag, and I have them in a certain bin. I can find them. So I'm just using those, and I have different ones in different sizes that I'm putting on, and you'll be able to see those better in the close-ups at the end of the video. But there's like kind of 3 different sizes that I'm using. There's some really tiny ones, then there's some larger ones and some medium ones. And I'm kind of making a pattern. I end up using all these coppery orange ones completely up, which makes me sad because I like those. I like those ones because they're kind of copper. I don't know where they came from. I think someone must have sent them to me. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you go and get yourself a $1 cheapy Mardi Gras mask and make something for yourself. It makes a pretty thing to hang on the wall, as well as, you could wear it if someone's having a party, or you could wear it next Halloween if you wanted to. So this is a fun project, another way to use up some of your gel printed and painty papers that you have around. So many ideas, so many possibilities of ways you could do something like this. Tons of different ways. You don't have to do it the way I did it by any means. And you can go over and watch the recorded version of the live stream, and you can see what Peg made with hers. She made one that's for hanging on the wall. She had a paper mache mask that was more like a decoration. So hers is a little bit more traditional Harlequin mask, and mine's a little bit more fancy or whatever. And of course, if you did enjoy this, remember to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment or question below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your notification bells so that you will know when there's a fresh new video to watch. Here I am putting some ribbons on. There was a hole cut out of the plastic form. It was like a little dash that you could thread stuff through, but I just poked a hole through that area, just a single hole, and I tied some organza ribbon. I tied in a knot to keep it in there, and then left tails, and I can tie it around the back of my head to keep it on. So I just used some kind of rainbow, I guess, organza. It had some of the same colors, and I thought it matched pretty well. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.